Welcome.
I did that last week.
You did the fucking.
I spun around in my chair.
You did the fucking spin around chair thing, but you didn't say welcome.
No, but I mean, it was like kind of. It was in the very same theme.
Welcome, one and all, to another weekly, this time edition.
What is this? This isn't even
of
Dracula.
PocketCast. World renowned. I can't do accents. You know that.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah,
nah, it's not anything. It's just an evolving.
This is not what
gross
we agreed upon
thing
at all. I miss when we did recorded episodes and not live streams. So, just...
so I could actually nail an intro, kind of, or at least it made sense.
Take it from the top, Ed.
Take it from the top. Welcome.
No, do the original plan.
I didn't have a plan.
Yeah, you did.
I had a Rihanna quote.
Yep.
Whips and chains excite me.
You're supposed to say
na 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 na.
Welcome to
by
Pocket.
Rihanna.
Welcome to PocketCast.
World-renowned PocketCast podcast.
The number one Nintendo DS podcast. Number one. There's only one of us.
There is literally not a single other podcast in PocketCast. Don't even look. You don't have to. Saved you some time.
There's not. Well,
there's like 8 of them.
There might be other PocketCasts, but no other Nintendo DS podcasts.
That's right.
Fucking show up if you are. If you are a Nintendo DS podcast, send us an email. Let's link up.
Send us a regular mail, actually. You have to find us first.
Track us down. Get to sleuthing. It can't be that hard.
Sleuth it up in the spirit of... No, people don't really sleuth about in October.
It's no longer October.
It's November. Month of sleuthing.
That is true.
And withholding your nut.
Very true. Yep, you're holding your nut, so you're just doing some weird, random shit.
Just delving into some fucking weird holes on the internet.
Yep, that's right.
So, DS podcast.
Yes.
Spooktober, even though it's technically November the 3rd now.
But
this is our second October/Halloween episode.
Yes, it's the second part to the Halloween episode. Absolutely,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last year we didn't do anything. We didn't
even recognize it.
No, I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think we knew what day it was. I don't even know what day it is today. Well, that's not true because I got to work tomorrow, so I absolutely know what day it is. Yep. But anyway, this time around, we actually were like, we're gonna play some spooky fucking October-y games.
We did.
And I am fucking here for it.
We played last week. We played Dementium 2, and then this week played Castlevania Order of
Ecclesia.
Ecclesia.
I
think it's
Ecclesia.
I have no idea. Last week we were calling it Order of Dissonance.
Yeah, I think we kept thinking it was
a different game, Harmony of Dissonance, which is in the Castlevania series. I wasn't totally crazy pulling that out of anywhere.
I thought that was right too, but they're all something of something.
Something of something, yeah. Yes. This game, I'm assuming came out. I wanted to look this up before we started recording. Look it up for me right now.
I think this one was 02.
It was 02?
I think so.
Wow. That changes everything.
Yeah.
This game came out in 02? No, it didn't. The DS wasn't out in 02.
Fuck. Yeah, that's right.
04 maybe?
Oh, no. Harmony of Dissonance came out in 02. That's why, because I kept looking that one up on accident.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's on the GBA. I'm curious to see. I'm 90% sure this came out before the other game that we played. 08. And then when did the other
Dawn of Sorrow?
Dawn of Sorrow come out?
This one was 05.
Wow.
Damn, I really would have put Dawn of Sorrow after.
I would have. I just noticed this today, though, when I was playing it. The graphics are just slightly better, where the... So in the last one that we played that you just looked up that I did...
Dawn of Sorrow?
Dawn of Sorrow.
Yeah.
There was a lot in the background going on, usually. Not all the time. There's a lot of cool art, and then sometimes when you're outside, you'd have that parallax, movement going on, and there was some really cool backdrop things happening. In this one, they've got it in the back as well as in front of you.
That is true.
And it blends so nicely, but your character design seems to have taken a little bit of a drop, just as far as your lead.
I would even say the background. I didn't appreciate the background art or the artistic presentation of the game as a whole. I thought was sorely underserved compared to Dawn of Sorrow.
I wonder if it's because
technically,
you didn't
like,
give it enough time. Like,
that's fair. I did not
different
get very
things.
far in this game.
We went from an amazing looking FPS
True, Dementium 2 looked incredible.
to a 2D side scroller 32-bit game. And I think I also remember not liking Dawn of Sorrow's graphics until getting used to it. You get what I'm saying? Like
No, I do.
Like a good album, you have to
you have to sit in it for a while sometimes to really understand it.
I didn't feel that I had enough time in this game.
I know I didn't.
We gave ourselves enough time ish. I think on the last one, and this is something that also crossed my mind, Castlevania I'd always had a curiosity about. We talked about that in the last episode, right? We both did. But now it also will forever hold a special place in my heart because that was the game that we were playing when my daughter was born.
True.
And so we had extra time to play that game. That's like the first game that we both beat in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I put some fucking time into that because I played that while I was on vacation.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I was like,
it was a fun fucking game.
It was.
Not to say that this game wasn't. We talked about this game a little bit yesterday. There seems to be this game feels like more of a callback to the original Castlevania games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be curious to want to do a little bit of research after the episode and find out. Because I'm sure that with all of these Castlevania games, there's enough of a following that there's a better YouTuber than us out there on, the development of the game and where the decision-making came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a big difference between... We had talked about, too. I was curious to see how different this game could be from Dawn of Sorrow. And
yeah,
it feels there's a lot of same, but it just feels like a totally different game.
It 100% does.
She's
and it
slower
felt more
moving, right?
I couldn't tell if it's actually slower moving or if it's the animation. Like if like the walk or run animation is just slower, but like your movement speed might actually technically be the same. Yeah. The game itself felt slower paced. There's a lot of similarities. There's some of the same fucking mobs.
Oh, they
the
will
exact
always
same
be.
mobs.
Yeah, I mean
right?
they're
and
the same ones from
that's
the
a
first.
staple.
Yeah.
But even oh man, it just I thought that the graphics felt busy and unpolished or
unpolished. I definitely felt that. Yeah.
Because it was, and this is where I think for me that whole callback aesthetic really rings home is in the graphical representation because it's got that kind of blurred muddy
exactly the word
arcade cabinet style of graphic where they're like, we can't provide a lot of fine definition and it's kind of watercolory in that there's a lot of blurred lines between objects and most of your definition comes from the color, not like the pixel space. If that makes sense. Like, you don't have clean lines on everything.
It's a lot of blending of color, it felt like. Which is interesting.
Yeah, and it doesn't make the game bad. It doesn't really change the actual gameplay. But that is one of the things that I loved so much about Dawn of Sorrow. It was just beautiful.
Did he have more of an outline than she did?
Oh, 100%. And I felt like there was way more detail.
But I think also he had that like blue, because she has a black outline and he has a blue outline, and that just does something to the sharpness of it. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't pop, especially considering that most of the game is it's a pretty dark environment.
While we are on art, though, I did really appreciate. It's a subtle thing, but when you absorb the enemy's powers, because. Cool. So in the last game, they explained it. They always have a way of explaining it, and I'm so curious to see it with an actual human now the next time. Because obviously, I don't mean she's a human too. I don't know what the deal is totally.
Yeah,
didn't get into the story enough to it. I've watched the video twice about the story of this game, and it just hasn't stuck with me because I always think of Bloodstained. This is Bloodstained. I feel like Bloodstained was highly inspired by this game in particular, or by this character. They kind of look like each other.
PC?
It's on PC, Switch. It's the spiritual successor to the Castlevania games. I think it might even be the developer of Castlevania, like the main guy, went on to do his own continuation without Konami. Is it Konami? I believe it's Konami.
I think it's Konami.
It is Konami. I did some research this week.
Nice.
On how I was trying to measure how many Konami episodes. I was like, I feel like we've done a lot of Konami episodes.
I think it's hard to do a Nintendo handheld or just a Nintendo themed something and then not do a shitload of,
But isn't that so
the
funny?
three
Because
major
they were competitors, kind of.
Yeah, but I feel like there was a lot of collaboration, at least from the distribution standpoint,
DS
right?
is out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's something I was thinking about too. Is I want to see Sega come back into the gaming market. I want to see Sega make a fucking system.
Was that Dreamcast?
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And they had the Genesis.
Oh yeah, Sega
Saturn.
Genesis. Sega.
They had a few other ones. The Master System.
Fuck. Yeah, we're far outside my depth at this point.
Yeah.
Especially back then. I didn't know shit about Dick.
The thing that I appreciated. The absorb move when she turns her back and like her hair, like she like lifts her hair
yeah, she like pulls her hair off of her back
to like reveal something that like absorbs the powers.
It's like a tattoo.
Yeah. It's a cool. It felt like Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Sure.
It felt just like we were talking about how blurred everything was. That was a very defined animation.
I 100% agree. Easily the most clearly defined and succinct animation I think in the game that I witnessed, at least.
Well, and you didn't like the skeleton. The skeleton looks great.
No, the skeleton looks sick.
Dude, like he is.
Fuck that guy.
The bosses in this game, I felt like, I'm not saying the bosses in this game are as good as the bosses in Dawn of Sorrow. The two that I saw.
You got the crab and then
the crab and the giant skeleton.
Yeah.
There's one other guy, right?
Yeah, what's the...
That you deal with?
After the crab, yeah?
Did you get past the crab?
Excuse me. No, I watched a video, though.
I could not get past the crab, dude. Like, I didn't get further in this game because I wasn't playing it. I didn't get further in this game because of that fucking crab. First, the skeleton, right? This game was harder.
Fuck.
This game was harder than
I agree. Much
Dawn
harder.
of Sorrow. And that's probably another reason why we weren't able to get as, like, in the zone of it, right? Because it's harder to approach, which, once again, feels like a callback to the original Castlevania games, which are way harder. So, what was I going to say?
That's a good question.
Skeleton
boy.
Took forever. I had to look it up. Did you end up trying the hammer thing I told you about?
I didn't. The video that I watched, the guy was using the hammer. And even then, I did go back and I was trying to find the hammer. And
have it.
No, I did. I just didn't realize that was the hammer. Because I thought it was like I forget what it's called.
Yeah, they're not called what they are. You have to read the description.
But I was thinking something mace-like. And this thing...
It's called M-A-C-I-R. Macer.
Yeah.
Macer. Maybe it's French for hammer.
It had me fucked up either way. And I was just using the swords. And now I beat the skeleton multiple times. Mm-hmm. But there's no fucking checkpoint.
Then we talked
you have to go a ways in.
Or you can
backtrack. Yeah, I forgot that would be an option. In my head, I was like, if I go back through that gate, he's gonna respawn. I don't know why.
Boss.
That's
Yeah.
So that was dumb. But the game opens up because you kind of go through tutorial land real quick, and then you get to the village. You got to save all the villagers and shit, and you go to different zones. But like literally, as soon as you get to the village, your whole next zone is like, it's a water area, dude. What the fuck? Water level on the first fucking rip?
And you have to like get through. That's the one where there's no save, and you have to get all the way through.
You have to go all the way through it. It's like
I was trying to speed run, and that's not the way. You got to
slow it the fuck down, dude.
Yeah.
And that was brutal.
And then you get this fucking crab, man. terrifying looking crab thing. I feel like I've had nightmares now about this battle because I've done it so many times.
Dude, you have to watch a video, or I'll send you the video. But this guy is clearly, I mean, I don't think he's speed running,
but he's experienced.
My man has played through this game many times, and it is some clean ass gameplay, and he fucking chumps that crab so hard.
I will say
it'll annoy you how simple it is.
I was able to get him broken down into the first, there's 3 stages to the boss, and I was able to get him finally to the second stage without really taking a hit.
Yeah.
Because this is, like I said, a callback to the original Castlevania games, which are about memorization.
Oh,
and that's exactly what this is. The same for the skeleton. Once you've played him enough times, because I remember reading a thing being like, "I'll teach you how to play this without getting hit." Like, okay, yeah, right. I just need to be able to beat the boss. Like, I don't care if I get hit a couple times. I have meat. So I did though, because of playing him so many times. 'Cause I had the same thing where I didn't think to backtrack to go and save. You start to memorize it, and it's that we've talked about it in other games. It's that satisfaction when you can actually beat that boss so easily because you've now memorized every movement. It's a little frustrating though, especially with the skeleton, because the skeleton is such a slow ass
long
boss.
fight.
You can get to through that second stage of the crab boss really fast. Like, it's up to you and how fast you're hitting him. You got plenty of options and time to get hits in. It's just not getting hit and being able to read his movements, because they really, I don't know. I fucking suck at video games.
Man, I keep going back and forth between, like, some games I'm just God mode, but it's not a genre. It's not like there's not a specific type of mechanic that I'm just, blessed with understanding to the nth degree. It's just some games. I swear, you could take one game that I'm insanely good at and take the sequel and I'm dog shit for no fucking reason. I was good at Counter-Strike, CS2. Well, I was okay at Counter-Strike, let's be honest.
Good is a relative term, right?
Yeah, it depends on the night.
So, the music in this game. Did you turn it up?
I did have music on for this.
Ripped.
Dude, is there a Castlevania game with a shit soundtrack?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know either. I don't have the depth of knowledge to know.
I bet they're all good. I bet you're right. I wonder if it's one guy that does the music for every game. And if so, it's my life goal to see him live.
If he's still alive, dude.
We're doing some Googling?
Oh yeah, dude, I gotta know. If we're gonna talk about this presumed legend, we gotta know what we're talking about. Yamashita.
Okay.
That was 1986.
Open him up. I bet he's got like a gameography we can look at.
Oh, then we've got this guy.
1988 to present. It'd be Michirio. I'm not gonna say that.
Michiru Yamane. Yamane. That sounds about right.
Is he alive? Is he alive?
It doesn't say he's dead. That's
Hell
always a good
he's
start.
61. Dude, this guy's playing music somewhere.
Dude, we can absolutely
Does
go.
he have a band? Can you scroll down through his?
Yeah, let's peep this out. Let's peep it out.
Why don't you you're on the Wikipedia? Oh, you're just copying it. Okay.
Yeah. For later. Freelance. Hell yeah.
Freelance. Bloodstain. See, man.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Man.
All right. Okay. Rule of the night. Works. Jesus Christ.
Wait, is this a female and we were saying male? Because
I think the first person was a female. Shit. Hold on. Let's look.
She is best known for her 2 decades of work at the gaming company.
Oh shit!
All right, she.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's see her band.
Let's see live. Oh, sick! This was 6 months ago. Let's go. We could absolutely still go see her live.
Fuck yes. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That was nuts. That was nuts. Fuck yeah! All right, so we're gonna go see. Oh fuck. Michiru Yamane live. Look for the simulcast.
62, so like time might be dwindling.
Well, and I also have to imagine that like, well, and I wonder if it's just composed works.
Is she the composer and then
yeah
someone else is shredding on the guitar.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well,
It's
and
not always guitar either.
no,
guess.
true. Well, I've some games have full blown orchestrative pieces. I mean, it just depends. But like, I feel like you get plenty of indie titles or not indie titles that just like it's a fully like electric piece that like one dude is
one
producing.
dude can just do it through his computer.
Yeah,
that's actually something that the DS I remember being so good about was that we needed pre-orders for a lot of the games. They would advertise pre-order that would come with the CD. With the
soundtrack. Like do you get the OST?
Yeah,
dude, that used to always be a thing. You could always get like a separate OST file or a CD or whatever, and like
Steam is still good about that.
Yeah, it's never accompanied with the game though.
Well, no, but I mean, I don't feel like when you bought the regular release, like the game that we were talking about, Legacy of Ease, when that was released, the pre-order had the CD and some art and stuff.
Shit, yeah.
But when you bought the regular release, it didn't have a CD.
That's fair, yeah. So, that's fair.
You know,
fuck,
it makes sense.
Part of me misses those days. I also really like having, a gigabit connection speed.
I don't know. I just miss when pre-sale was a good fucking thing to get onto.
Yeah, dude. Now I don't trust pre-order anymore. Yeah.
Fucking 13, the remake of 13 burned me so hard on that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, I still boot that fucking thing up and try to go play through it, and I get to that. I can't remember because it's not very far in, but it just gets so fucked. It's so difficult.
So much changed in the presentation of that game got so changed.
They didn't need to change anything.
Nothing. You could have just fucking. I don't know. I was so disappointed by that. And
I still am.
It just burned me so bad. I have the OG version on my computer.
Oh, do you?
Get it on Good Old Games.
Oh, really?
GOG.com has it. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Highly recommend that.
I'll have to do that.
Then I have the remake on the Switch, and I don't mind it too bad on the Switch.
I heard the Switch one was okay.
It's all right. I think the console releases got more of an update. Maybe the PC version got that update version too.
I don't know, man.
I wasn't
gonna
go back and pay. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and it's like even the Switch one, it's still not perfect.
Well, the PC port, in my opinion, is unplayable.
Really?
Well, and I remember having just navigating the goddamn menu is almost impossible. I don't
remember having too many issues with it being I remember it being kind of buggy.
I mean, I need to probably go back and.
Oh my god, I forgot about the bank part where because you have to grab people from behind, and the moment that you do that, they flail and break your fucking graphics card and shit.
Yeah, dude, it's that. I think that's as far as I've been able to get without it breaking the file.
I've gotten past that on the console version at least.
So
that one's a little more
good.
polished, or for some reason it just breaks on PC.
I don't either, man. It's distressing though.
You need to turn down your FPS because it's causing the game to speed up too much.
Fucking maybe. There's probably some weird memory leak, something or other in there, and it's just dog shit, unintended bullshit. But yeah, it's unfortunate because I made it in the original version. I made it to the part where you have to you're rappelling down into the server room or something, maybe. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember it because I know you're talking about when you get the
grappling,
gadget, the grapple hook thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just remember having to rappel down some shit.
The thing about all of this is that the first game ends on a cliffhanger because it's supposed to be part of 2 or 3.
Fuck, man.
2 games or a trilogy. I don't remember. And so in my big hopes was that this game would get released well. Fucking, there'd be a lot of love for it. A lot of people would be loving the online play because it's different from what is going on right now. It's it's old school.
Yeah, it's kind of like some N64 GoldenEye shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
It would be so fun to have a bunch of people online playing it together,
especially on PC.
And then let's get a fucking sequel out to this. Let's fucking continue that story because it hangs on. I mean, it's based on a French graphic novel, so I guess I could go and read it and figure out the rest of it.
Honestly, we should though. That sounds fire.
That does sound fun. But yeah,
It was a cool game, and the PC port, dude, sucked. That one and Trials Fusion.
Not Fusion, the newest one.
No, well, the newest one, the game itself is fine. Like in terms
Fusion was the really good one.
Fusion was the good one on console, but the PC port is also unplayable.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame because that game is so good.
The
Switch one doesn't work because they didn't account because I was going to tell you about this.
Yeah.
I recently reinstalled Trials Rising.
That's the newer one, yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about how with your Pro controller you don't have you just have a on or off for your triggers.
Right, because the triggers
they're not
ultimately
sensitive.
buttons. They're not triggers.
Yes.
Right.
So, but I have the SNES Pro fucking whatever.
Have you tried it? Does that work?
No. But it works on other games. So it's
dude.
not just the controller.
It's the game
It's
itself.
the game itself.
That is so fucking
and there's
annoying.
no sensitivity on that. If we're wrong, I would love to be wrong. Send us a fucking email, a message in the chat, whatever. Dude, please tell me I'm wrong.
The game is
about
Trials
this.
Rising, and we want it to just be at least as good as Trials Fusion was for console, or at least the original, not the PC port.
There's complaints about the game having a lot of you have to go back and grind a lot, and that is something that would be an issue. But I'm okay with that, honestly. Like I'm gonna go back through a Trials map until I get 3 gold stars.
Well, you got secrets and shortcuts and all kinds of cool shit to find.
To go back through and do it again, but when
technically,
your triggers don't work, like slowly.
But it took away the greatest part of the game, which was
you can't be
precision. And oh fuck, it was like I remember that game like back in the Xbox days when everybody was single and all we did was smoke weed and play Xbox, and I mean that game was a staple. Yeah. That game came out at least once a night. We'd be like, oh, we're bored of this, or we're getting trounced in that. Like, fuck, let's load up some Trials and we'll just kick each other's asses and shit. And dude.
Or even
miss that.
That's one of those games that, growing up, obviously, and people talk about this all the time, I'm sure. The nostalgia of gaming, the nostalgia of watching someone play a game. Gets harder as you get older to do that. But not with that game. That was a game that I could sit there and I've had people sit there and watch me play it. Just the same track over and over, trying to complete it. It's that weird addiction part of the gambling addiction part of the brain. I feel like kind of like you just that satisfaction of getting the 3 stars, a perfect score on it, and now you can move on to the next map and try to fucking do the same thing. And you're gonna spend 2 hours doing that shit.
Well, and I got to the point where I was starting to get into. I forget what the difficulty tier was. It was like the Black Diamond equivalent.
So they just lose like.
Ninja is what they were called.
Is that what they were?
And they were all custom levels.
You're right here. There's a giant gap, and the wall, and a wall, and like a weird curved slant that you have.
Yeah, there's some weird game mechanic, like the physics bug abuse things that you have to do. But it was cool, man. Like getting some of those and figuring out some of those technical maneuvers. Dude, it was just so challenging and so fun.
And you just go in and download some random custom map.
Yeah, some dude's weird shit.
Hard. It was just like here's a crazy visual experience to go drive through.
Yeah.
Or there was ones that were hard or ones that were just interesting. And here's just a regular track that I made, or here's a fucking
Here's a disgustingly huge jump
on somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. People were doing some nutty shit with that. It was just it was a solid game.
It was.
And now we have Golf with Friends, and don't get me wrong, also a banger. I have an ungodly number of hours in that.
That's a funny comparison to make, but it makes sense.
But those are probably my 2 default nobody wants to do anything in particular. Let's all hop on and shoot a couple rounds of golf on forest jumps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's load up some fucking Trials Fusion and get pissed at each other.
I don't think I played Trials Fusion with people as much as I played it just solo, just trying to perfect my tracks.
That's fair.
But I love that.
I remember Sam and BB would fucking go forever on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was back in the Ian DeShepard days. Remember that fucker?
Not really, no. I know who you're talking about because I think Ian's the one that you were friends with before
He was like OG, yeah.
He was,
because I think it was
like
him and Sam that I
when we
met
moved
over
into
Xbox.
when we lived in on Forest Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because you had that old giant TV stand in your bedroom downstairs.
Oh,
Was that a big old TV?
That was like a straight up
like
entertainment center.
But it was like a fat back.
I think it was, dude.
Right?
I think it fucking was. Yeah. I did have. I think I had like a
I think
45
it was
or.
flat or something.
I had one of
But
those old school
I think it came from
first
my parents'
50
house.
inches. No, it was a 45 inch.
Yeah, I think that came from my parents' house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
know it had like a big back to it.
Fuck
and like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was like a flat 40-inch back when
Well,
they were like.
it wasn't very flat, but yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was like one of those OG like flat screens where.
Yeah.
I mean, by today's standard, you're like, damn, what's all this in the back? You know?
But the screen itself was flat.
Oh, for sure.
Right,
Yeah.
It wasn't
I'm
a
with you.
rounded CRT.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I was using in the funniest fucking thing to think about.
Huh.
And I guess I didn't have a system or anything when we lived on Forest until like later on.
Yeah.
But so then later when we lived on Maple, after we lived in Forest, then I had the CRT TV and your Wii. That you
Oh,
let me use.
fuck, that's right,
And I had
dude.
a shitty laptop to play games on, and that was it. That was like, I watched so much. I see these memes on Facebook. They're like, I'm never coming to this guy's house again, or something like that. And they're like watching Netflix on a Roku, on a Wii, on the fucking round, and like everything's so fucking
Just
blurry. You
garbage.
can't read it. You know,
Yeah.
he just knows the menu by heart. That was me.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
Oh,
totally.
dude.
I watched Cheers twice like that.
Fuck, dude. That is dedication
Oh,
or
yeah.
depression.
It was a mixture.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Oh, dude, I remember having a fucking the little plug and play Roku box before they really started making the built-in TVs and
that's
shit.
why when they started making TVs, I thought the TVs were gonna be shitty. Like I just thought they.
I did too. I got a Roku TV now. I
Roku
fucking
TV
love
rocks.
it.
Yeah, it's way better than the fucking Prime TVs or what they call them, the Amazon.
The Amazon,
Yeah.
Fire TVs or whatever.
Fire, Fire
Fuck.
TV, yeah.
Fuck Fire everything.
Yeah.
Fuck Fire Sticks. Fuck Fire TVs. Fuck Fire tablets.
Disagree on one thing.
I know you love the Fire Stick.
The Fire Stick you need. Because you can't get in back. There's no back doors for the fucking Roku. For an amateur like myself.
I know what you're saying.
I'm sure someone can get into the Roku. But with a Fire Stick, you can just go in, download the APK for Steam Link, and then you have Steam Link on your TV. So get a Roku TV and get a Fire Stick and plug your fucking Fire Stick and do that.
I wish Steam would just
Make
like
Steam Links again?
or just come up with a better one because the old Steam Link worked, but it was.
I never used
I still
it,
have
but-
one.
Oh, you did have one.
I
huh?
do. It's packed up somewhere, and I never really used it because it was.
I wonder if it had like firmware updates that make it better now.
Oh, I mean that's
should try
always a
that out. You
possibility. I
should
should
think
I
about
should
it.
look into that.
Because it's pretty good now. Steam Link is the way to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should look into that because.
Because their big picture thing has gotten pretty good now.
Yeah,
amount
the
of
big picture
games that
menu was
work with
actually
big
really
picture
good.
has
Yeah.
gotten-
Fuck.
Gone up quite a bit. Some games work really well, and some games are just so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's really-
Maybe I
why
just
would
never
you-
really gave it the time I needed. I should do that.
Yeah, you should.
Because I have especially with what I'm doing right now, like I'm playing a lot of games via controller
Yeah.
on PC at the moment,
Sit in front of TV.
and I
on
would
the
much
couch.
rather, fuck yeah, dude, pull that shit up. I'm gonna have to get a little mini TV for Alyssa so she can watch
It's
whatever.
called the phone.
Yeah, you can look at your phone while
Yeah,
I'm playing
get her a
games, babe.
tablet. Yeah. You'll have a tablet.
Oh,
girlfriend.
sorry, honey. Let me unlock that for you. God, dude. Dude, every time I hand Liam a tablet, I just feel like, am I a piece of shit? Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I haven't entered that world yet. Ren was playing Super Mario Bros. 3 today, trying to,
Oh,
and that was really fun to watch. I mean, he was not doing amazing, but just to see him run against this pillar enough times and then hit the jump button, you're like, hey, you're fucking onto something.
yeah,
man.
hey,
Yeah,
you're
like,
figuring
that
some
is-
shit out right there.
That is Mario. You ran to the right and you jumped over something. No, just don't die. Like,
Yeah,
that
now
is-
just do that
that's all this is.
successfully for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And so he hasn't gotten super far, but that's the closest I've gotten to tablet. every now and again, let them watch some, like, if there have been times in situations where it's like, okay, let him watch something on the phone
Sure.
while you're feeding him or something if you need him to be in a spot for a time.
Right.
But yeah, I still also, I guess I do have a bunch of old tablets around, but like, I don't
Yeah.
know. He's pretty entertained as is, so I'm not going to add something in that he doesn't even know exists yet. Right.
Yeah.
But I'm also the one that is always preaching the advocate side. I was absolutely a TV and video game screen in my face kid. 100%.
Sure.
Maybe not kid, and my parents would like push me outside a bit, but I will always say that you might be putting your kid at a disadvantage. I might be by not giving him more tablet screen time.
Yeah.
Because you might be holding them back in the long run, because everyone's going to be further steps ahead of you in school and everything because they know how to use their tablet or their computer better than you do.
Oh, yeah, I think that's definitely
that's
a component. I
too.
honestly,
damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's
100%. And like you could do everything quote unquote right,
and they become a fucking serial killer.
and they still wind up being fucked. So my mantra isn't care less, it's worry less. Or stress less. Yeah, stress less. And I think as with everything, it's all about a little bit of moderation. Mm-hmm. It's about supervision, curation, fuckload of patience, a little bit of why the fuck am I doing this? And you'd be all right. Is this worth it? Holy shit, is it worth it? Please tell me it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. We're talking about kids. We're talking about children.
Oh, I thought you were talking about tablets still.
Oh, right.
I love the power of silence.
Power of silence is a wonderful thing, honestly. Like I've been trying to remind myself to bring that back into just not even necessarily conflict, yes, but just anytime I'm like
conflict.
Or not conflict, but if I have to have a conversation with somebody that I would prefer not to, I leverage the silence and the eye contact. Those things combined, powerful.
Dude, my plumber's been. I think my plumber is just like really on the spectrum, but like an older guy, so like never
diagnosed. You couldn't diaggnose if you wanted to.
Everyone thinks he's kind of an asshole because he always has like resting dick face. But he's not. He's a nice guy. He tips well. I like him. There's a reason I brought him in to be my plumber. But he does this thing on the phone where he is just like, I think autistic, right?
Sure.
And so there's just awkward silences. But I am combatant.
You don't say.
But I also believe in the power of silence. So there will be dead air on that phone call where I'm just like, make the next move.
Yeah,
He doesn't know. He's not playing that game.
Yeah, he's not playing a game. He's just talking to you.
I'm just like, I'm such an idiot, like asshole. God damn it.
That's so funny.
Just let this guy, just be straight with him and just say what you need done, and he's happy to do it every time.
God damn.
But I'll beat around the bush a little bit, and we will get nowhere because we will just extend the silence.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I do that shit with Jason. Fuck, man.
Well, yeah, that's it, yeah. Or what was that lady's name? Sue that lived across the street.
The old lady at the apartments.
Across the apartment.
Fuck, dude. Sue sucked, man.
Man, that was one where I would just not talk.
You had to interrupt her, and you had to ignore her, and you you had to leave mid-sentence like that. She refused to present herself meaningfully in any social interaction.
And she had
hands.
You
just had the devil's hands, bro. What the fuck, man?
She wanted to steal my baby. I am sure of it.
100%, dude. Oh, I can't remember which movie it was, but there's the scene where they're in the diner and the old lady is there, and the the pretty little thing is like, what are you having, hon? And she's like, oh, I want a steak, and then they get to talking, and the old lady's like, because the waitress girl's pregnant, and she's like, oh, where's your husband? She's like, oh, there's no man. I don't need no man, blah, blah. Better off without him. And she's like, well, you're going to burn. the baby's gonna burn. And then she turns into a fucking demon and she's like stuck up on the ceiling and they shotgun her in the face.
It sounds like Supernatural.
Yeah, it does absolutely sound like an episode of Supernatural. It
Or
isn't.
I can like almost picture it because, but I almost picture it differently where she's just like seeing it in her head, but that's not actually.
Could absolutely be.
I
was pretty sure it was a movie. Like maybe it was Constantine.
I've never seen Constantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I
fuck.
would love it. Never seen it.
I think you would, dude.
Yeah.
Has Morgan seen it? Do you know?
I would imagine. Maybe not. I don't know.
Fuck. If not, you guys should. Yeah,
You know
watch
what would
that
be
shit.
a fun thing to do.
Mm.
A Keanu Reeves dive from
Just
beginning to present. Just every movie he's been in from
Yes,
the beginning.
I would love. Actually, yeah, I would love that.
He has a movie called My Own Private Idaho, and
I bet that's incredible.
he is a narcoleptic male hooker. And
What the
I think they're in New York or some shit, and like they somehow end up out in Idaho. And it's a very like indie art.
I was gonna say that sounds like a script that
it's-
was in somebody's backpack for a few years.
Keanu Reeves and not Joaquin Phoenix, but his brother that died.
Oh,
River Phoenix.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the same? Are they related?
Joaquin River. Oh, is that his middle name? Hold on. Google is.
Look up Stand
Our
By
guest
Me,
spot.
right? Because that's what he was in. Or I guess you could do My Own Private Idaho because that's what we're talking about.
That'll work.
1991.
Damn, dude. God, young as fuck, man.
I bet he's in even younger, like older films. I'm sure of it. River Phoenix.
River Phoenix. Yeah, that was right.
It is
Damn.
River Phoenix. Yeah.
Wait, who else is in this?
Keanu Reeves. I bet that's about.
William Richard, Rodney Harvey,
I don't know who these people are.
Kiara Caselli, Michael Parker.
I mean,
yeah,
nothing
I don't
to-
know any of these
yeah,
people.
No, they
Cool.
did not take off the way that those two did.
No. Yeah, I would love that. Him and fuck, who was the other actor I was thinking I would really love to go through? Oh, Jesus Christ. He did the I'll just forget every movie he's ever made. That's fine.
Well, not made.
Not
or
Doc.
thinking director.
God of-
Director, actor.
No, he's an actor, sorry.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, dude. Yes.
Yeah,
This
dude.
podcast is about to fucking change.
Dude, this is about to
We're
be
gonna
lit.
do every Nicolas Cage movie. Fucking pull up his IMDb.
Oh, with an astute amount of pleasure, my friend.
So the reason Nicolas Cage gets to be Nicolas Cage is like because of his parents or his dad, I think. And yeah, Coppola.
Son of comparative literature professor August, presumably Coppola. It cuts
Yeah.
off right there, but
So they're very well off.
yeah.
Go down to his first film. Just pull up his.
Where's his
Back up right there.
credits? Right here.
Oh, okay. All the way down. 118 films.
Can I not filter this? That's bull.
Why would you want to filter it?
Oh, I was gonna do last or first to last,
just
oldest.
scroll down. It's not gonna take that long. You have to hit see all.
Oh, fucking Christ.
The Croods. I forgot he's in The Croods.
No way.
He's in so
I loved
many
that
types
movie
of
actually.
movies. Yeah, it's not bad. The Best of Times. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Wait,
He's in that.
What?
Brad's Bud. The Outsiders. He's in that too.
Rumblefish.
Valley Girl. What's the one that I
Jesus,
saw
The Boy in
recently?
Blue. Peggy Sue got married. Raising Arizona. Time to Kill. Oh, that's a good one.
What's the one where they're in like a town? They're in like a small town, and it's like Pleasant or Paradise. Trapped in Paradise.
Trapped in Paradise.
That's not even near the beginnings of his acting. Man, that's a wild movie.
Fuck, man, that is. God damn.
It is,
This is incredible. Yeah. Yeah, who was he in this movie?
he's just like a side guy because he doesn't even have a name. He's Brad's Bud.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild, dude.
The Rock. What a
Face
great
Off.
movie.
Yeah. Face Off, Con Air. Oh,
Con
I've
Air.
never
I don't know.
actually
I
watched
mean,
Con
I've
Air
seen
all the way
clips of
through.
it, but I don't think I've ever seen
Yeah,
it.
same. I've seen hella clips, dude. The one of him like letting his hair blow in the wind, dude.
No, that one. No,
Oh.
his hair blowing his face off. I think.
No, for sure. It's because it's him when he's like half bald and he's just got like
And
this
he's got the hair in the
stringy
back.
long hair, and it's him getting off the bus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. God damn, it's so good.
Dude, there's that picture of him where they like photoshopped his hair to look like a bird on the back of his head. That's what my hair looks like when it grows out. I feel such a connection
love
to
it.
Nicolas Cage.
Jesus, dude.
He's like just this crazy person.
Look at the
But
dates though, dude. Like, listen to this:
He works
81,
hard.
2, 3, 3, 3, 4.
Yeah, 3 movies in 1 year.
4, 4, 4.
Wow.
Oh, nothing in 85. 86 had 2. 87 had 2. 88 had 2. 1 in 89. 2 in 90.
Oh, you know what sounds awesome?
Jesus, dude.
Industrial Symphony Number 1. That movie looks sick. The
Dream of the Brokenhearted.
Twin Peaks
Twin Peaks theme. God damn it.
This is going to be the best rabbit hole to go down. So on top of playing the
Oh,
game.
this is straight up Twin Peaks, dude.
Go to our first. Oh, it is? Is it like
Look
a
at this.
documentary?
I mean, no, it's like a...
Oh, but that's the little man.
That's the little man.
devil.
He's in there. Shit. What the fuck? Is this like a live thing?
Maybe.
It's David Lynch,
Okay.
performer of Twin Peaks theme, Julie Cruz's experimental concert film.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Julie Cruz does the soundtrack for. She does
Yeah.
some of the songs. Like she's the one singing in the Twin Peaks music.
Mm-hmm.
That like ghostly, eerie. Oh, it is the time of year to be watching.
It is,
Twin Peaks,
dude. It
too.
is. I really need to see. Have you?
Seen
Has
the
Morgan
newest
seen through
season?
it?
No, she hasn't. So
Okay, 'cause
we
I know you-
stopped partway through.
Okay.
and we need to go back in and start watching.
Because I really need to
I
get.
love that fucking show.
I
I've
do
only seen it
too.
the one time through, and it just like,
Same.
resonates so hard with you. I didn't even watch the newest season because they come back 25 years later.
Yeah.
and
I haven't seen
finish
it or watched
off.
it yet either. I've been wanting to rewatch it through, which is why I haven't.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck. Okay, well, you accidentally tripped over a massive banger, it looks like. Fuck, that's sick.
So go down to the bottom of this list.
Yeah.
The Best of Times is a TV movie.
I'm sure it was really good.
We're gonna watch this. We're gonna find it somewhere. and
Here-
this is the goal.
Here's the
and-
lives of 7 teenage friends in 1981, singing, dancing, and breaking the fourth wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nicholas as Nicholas Coppola, which is his fucking name.
Yep.
So that should be.
I can't wait to see
Crispin
this, dude.
Glover as Crispin. Everybody is playing a character named themselves.
Is Crispin? Hey, open up Crispin Glover. Is that Marty McFly's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Fucking interesting.
So here's our job. We're gonna watch this separately. I'm assuming.
Presumably.
Presumably, we're watching this movie and we're playing our game.
All right,
Whatever,
bet.
you know. But yeah, so for the next 138 episodes, we're watching one Nicolas Cage film
Oh shit.
per like you know
The
what I'm saying?
dedication. That actually would be, dude. Wait, how many?
Because then after
though?
this, we get to watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine. And then after that, The Outsiders. Have you ever seen The Outsiders, Ed? I bet you
I'm.
haven't.
I don't actually know if I
don't know if you
have.
It's a cool movie, dude. We just saw it. It's 100 and
117.
I thought it said 138 at the top, but at IMDb.
either way.
but it's got the ones coming out, so or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So
This motherfucker has put almost a movie. On average, it's probably about 1.5 movies every year of his life.
and I'm willing to bet that he, with his money,
adult life.
helps produce a lot of these films that he's like, I want this movie to be made, so I'm gonna. If you let me star in it, I will also help you.
Yeah.
I bet he's an interesting. I would love to watch some interviews about it with him too. He seems so weird.
He's
You see the way he
such a
dresses for things too.
yeah. He's kooky, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly I kind of fuck with him.
I absolutely fuck. With
I
him.
actually really like Nicolas Cage. I'm pretty sure Alyssa hates him, which is
Well,
unfortunate.
You'll have to be on your own time.
Yeah, well, I'll have to figure that out.
Just don't tell her what we're doing.
She'll be like, "Can you stop watching Nicolas Cage movies?"
She won't know. She
Like,
won't
nah,
know
dude.
for like don't watch the first one with her because that'll kind of be a weird giveaway. But then watch Ridgemont High, and she won't even realize he's in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then watch Warriors, she won't realize he's in that either. Like, for the first few of these, she'll have no idea.
I'm just like, I'm
And
just
then,
on a OG movie kick.
By then, she'll have, like, seen him so many times that he'll just, like, blur. She won't even...
just whittle at her. Just wear her down.
She'll be watching National Treasure, and she's like, wow, this is weird. There's no lead.
Dude, I love the National Treasure movies.
That movie is so good.
Oh, fuck me, dude. Ah.
Yeah, so we've got a great list ahead of us. On top of that,
That's wild. That's wild. That's where it happened. The first evolution of the podcast.
it is. We've talked about a lot of different potential.
We have,
ones.
and this wasn't even the idea of the evening. We started out. We were gonna do Keanu Reeves, and honestly, sorry, Keanu, man, you've been replaced by the legendary Nick Cage.
Yeah, I mean, Keanu's great, but he's almost too good. You know, you get tired of something beautiful and nice. Like,
I feel like for me as actors, they kind of live in that same gray bucket.
Yeah.
As like,
they just
it's hard to
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Keanu just walks on and just is like, I'm doing my stuff. I'm me, dude, and I'm this character, but it's me, and I'm fucking shit up, and it works, dude. And
Have you ever seen the? I don't know. Have you ever seen the one where it's in the future? It's like a cyberpunk film. Johnny, I can't think of it right now.
Oh shit.
But
God damn it, that's actually one of my favorite.
Dude, he's the funniest role in that because he does not. It's Blade Runner.
Yeah, it's Blade Runner.
He is somewhere between Neo and Ted or Bill, whoever the fuck he plays in those movies. You know, like he's like this weird. He's just kind of a little bit, and it just doesn't totally work.
I love that movie, and I can't remember. I'm so mad I can't remember what it is.
So long, but I also remember thoroughly enjoying it, but just being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking great. You know what else? Talking about like older films and shit like that maybe was good, maybe wasn't that good, but we love it anyway. It's got me thinking about like is it the Dark Crystal?
Yes.
The puppets.
No,
the Dark Crystal.
Labyrinth, or not Labyrinth, but the Spanish movie that's like Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
No, all great. Honestly, though, we're just hitting fucking
no, but Dark
peak
Crystal
after peak.
Is not. Dark Crystal is animation. It's like Dan Bluth.
Oh,
his name?
Yeah, I think that is that. I can't. Is it in the same? They did so the thing that I'm thinking of. They did a new, like on Netflix, they did a season, I think it was, of the show.
Dark Crystal? Or was it the unicorn?
No, it was something to do with a crystal, I swear to God.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. The Dark Crystal. Morgan.
This is 100% it. The Dark Crystal is 100% it.
So not the Dark Crystal. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of the Black Cold one.
Oh, again, also fire. Very good.
Dark Crystal. I've never seen this.
I thought it was a movie. The first one was 1982 dark fantasy film by Jim Henson.
Okay.
Yeah, and Frank Oz.
What the fuck was Jim Henson on?
Dude, spooky. Definitely like I obviously was not allowed to watch this.
Yeah, I'm not sure
growing up.
This.
No, fuck no, dude. Yeah,
Film.
but the new show that they did on Netflix got me into it. I went back and watched The Dark Crystal. Fucking incredible, honestly.
Yeah.
And the new show it's good. The puppets are unsettling, which is pretty obvious when you look at it a little bit.
Yeah, unsettling is the word for that.
But it develops a pretty charming little story. It's I actually have this flair or like love for dark fantasy now. And it's not something that you don't see dark fantasy often.
No,
it is
right.
not a
it's
very
really not in the limelight, is it?
No.
High fantasy is always what you get.
Yeah.
Or fucking fantasy.
Fucking fantasy, yeah.
You know,
I'm still working my way through the ACOTAR series, so.
Which one is that? Oh, the
Thrones. A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Or whatever, yeah.
It's really good. Honestly.
Was it Pixies, right? They got like the first one starts out with fairies or pixies or something.
So there's
like
the Fae,
Fae.
but no fairies or anything like that. It's just high god or creatures of magic that are like timeless, ageless, powerful, and then humans. And there's a bunch of fucking from time and time again, and
Gotcha.
the fucking is okay, but honestly I'm just like, can we go back to the conflict please? like we were about to
I'm
do
really
some
not
dope
here
shit.
for this.
Like, I am here purely for the fantasy. Please,
Can I get the PG version?
can I get more fantasy, less fucking?
Yeah, I understand that.
So
I was just thinking the other day of, I'm always trying to write something. I'm always trying to think of what to write, and I was thinking of, fantasy is something I never cared for, and then here I am reading the second book of Lord of the Rings.
I love that.
And I think I'm open more to fantasy now, and I can see really as a writer, fantasy is a very fun thing.
Oh,
because of just how
and coming off Tolkien, like
we had just the world building, and how much you have to give and don't have to give, and you can just kind of make things mystical, and there's a lot of cool things about it. What about what would low fantasy be like? Do you remember that movie, the James Franco one, where it's like making fun of like basically Lord of the Rings and all the fantasy films? It's not the Stoned Age, is it?
Oh.
I think it might
Google,
be
where'd
the
you
Stoned
go?
Age.
Let's peep it out.
So maybe that would be low fantasy. No,
That ain't it.
James Franco fantasy film. Your Highness.
Oh, Your Highness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was bad, but kind of good.
I did see this. I liked
laughing
this.
a lot at this movie and thinking like this. Like normally I'm not a stupid humor kind of guy, but this is a funny fucking stupid humor kind of thing. Is that low fantasy? I don't know. I'm just thinking that could be a fun genre to make.
I gotta look to see,
because there's high fantasy. So what would low fantasy be? Like there's kind of magic, or is it like my redneck neighbor can shoot fireballs?
Oh, check this out. So there is a thing called low fantasy. It is a subgenre of the fantasy fiction that features magical elements in a world that's otherwise normal. So high fantasy is fantasy that takes place in its own world with its own rules. Low fantasy is real world
examples
magic.
is Harry Potter and Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't like it. I want to go lower.
Yeah. Lowest fantasy.
I'm thinking really low. Like, I always like the movie Risk Cutter's Love Story, where like there's miracles that happen and no one gives a shit about them.
Fucking cares.
And so like your mechanic is like, uses fire magic to use to work on shit.
Yeah.
Like all the welders just use like their fire powers to weld, and like there's like nothing that cool happening.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic about magic powers here for a moment. Like you're fast, you're a delivery guy.
You're a pizza guy.
Yeah, sorry.
You're a fucking courier.
Yeah. We can deliver really important information already on the internet. So you're just gonna carry.
You're a pizza guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. Like, what are you getting paid for?
I mean,
with your powers?
maybe
we're not gonna pay you to be a hero.
No.
So you're gonna either be a hero with a side job, or you're just gonna be a guy with superpowers, magic powers.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do besides deliver the fastest pizza?
Yeah, maybe you might get some good tips. Hopefully you're not fucking that pizza.
Just smack into somebody and just like, well,
so really,
I killed
are
a guy.
you just useless as the fastest man?
Fuck.
You're not even allowed to go that fast. But I guess that's not magic. That's superpowers. But you get the idea, right? Of like magic being dull as fuck.
Picking up what you're putting down.
That could be a really boring book to read.
That actually would make, dude. That would be a cool premise for a story where like magic is the big reveal of the cool thing, right? Like, wow, that's so cool, except for no one gives a fuck. It has nothing to do with the story. It's just there. There's no world building based on it, and it's just and then it's just like a
no good.
It's like it's a fucking Pride and Prejudice story. It could be literally anything, but it isn't about magic.
But there's also magic.
Crime and Punishment, but it takes place in the high fantasy realm of
that has to exist.
Asgardia.
I'm sure that exists. I mean, you're talking Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Wasn't that a book, or was it?
I think it may be a book. Definitely a movie.
Yeah.
It reminded me kind of the same as like what is it like
Abraham
Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Good shit, man. Love those mashups.
Well, we have completely side railed.
Yeah, we started digging into the Castlevania games so hard and just didn't go anywhere with it. And I feel bad because I love Castlevania. I love Metroidvania games. Dawn of Sorrow was incredible. This game wasn't bad. I just should have given it more.
We didn't give ourselves enough time between games.
Well, we had technically all month to play this.
No. I mean, like, between the Castlevania games.
Oh,
we just played
true.
The best Castlevania game, arguably. And then we played another Castlevania game, 3 months later?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dementium 2 was a year ago, I think, about.
Yeah.
Or Dementium 2. Dementium 2
the first one. And
yeah.
Right. About a year apart.
You know, the next Castlevania game, there's one more, Portrait of Ruin. It's going way down the line.
Way down the line.
Way down the line.
I am looking for it. I think that one will be good, though. Because that one came out around the same time as Dawn of Sorrow, yeah?
Yeah. I think
they were sister games.
Were they?
I think so.
I don't know.
Or they happened sequentially, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
That'd be impressive, but I don't know that information. We do have a game picked out.
We do.
As well as watching, what's the movie called?
Fuck me, I already forgot it. The Nicolas Cage in... Wrong browser. Nicolas Cage in The Best of Times.
The Best of Times.
Fuck.
We are also
30
playing,
tabs open.
Do you have the other tab open? Because I'm not going to remember the name of this game.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time.
Echoes of Time, not Rings of Fate. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
We will...
I love the Crystal Chronicles games. And by the Crystal Chronicle games, I mean I played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube.
Yes.
And I fucking loved it.
Action RPG on that one?
Yeah, action RPG, kind of hack and slashy.
Chibi characters.
Yep, chibi characters.
Not really, just like a different plot from Final Fantasy, right? Is that
yeah,
what it is?
kind of in
It's
its
just
own
like
subset,
yeah.
I think.
So I have a relation with these games. I don't remember which one it was, though. One of them came out when I had a bunch of gamer buddies that were online DS players.
Gotcha.
And we were stoked on because of Destructoid. Destructoid had they had a Ventrilo server, and that's where I'd made some gamer buddies.
Fuck yeah.
And some of them were into DS games almost as much as I was. And when this game came out, it was like, okay, we're all hopping on and co-oping through these dungeons and shit, and it was a really good time.
That sounds dope.
I'm curious to see how it plays as a single-player game. I do have a Crystal Chronicles game. I think it might be. Did they redo the GameCube one for the Switch, or did they? There's a Crystal Chronicles on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's the same one or
I have that
not.
one, and it was. I believe an interesting thing with that is that you can play that game if you can get it on your phone as well. They have a version on your phone.
That sounds right.
And
yeah,
you can play cross-platform from your phone to the Switch.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the remastered version. Maybe?
I got ripped off.
That's always good to see. Yeah, remastered for the Switch. Okay. Yeah, hell yeah. I remember playing this game as a kid, dude. Fuck yeah. I was all over it.
There's each level is like its own. It's a weird to go between levels, I remember.
I don't remember much about it, honestly.
So that's about it.
I think I just blacked out too much of that section of my childhood, and that was unfortunate.
That's part of it.
Yeah, friendly fire.
Yeah, there's always casualties.
Yeah, but soft spot in my heart. Hopefully it was because I liked it, because that's what I think that means.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
I love Final Fantasy, so.
I love a good action RPG.
Also.
We haven't had one of those in ever.
Yeah. Solo to Robo, kind of.
I really wouldn't call that an action RPG. I mean, because this is like a top down from the back a little bit.
Yeah.
Dungeon crawler, action RPG. You got a sword or magic. You know, you're not throwing boxes at your enemies on the side scroller.
Yeah, you're not juggling enemies in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Solo to Robo, shout out. You're okay.
You're our first game.
You were our first. That's the cherry.
Pop.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right. We'll
That's a
see
wrap.
you in 2 weeks.
See you.